Hey, hi, ladies and gents, social media fans being a whatsoever race is, but then not necessarily being whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences. Although any visitors to that then in my own immediate personal social media channel, chat room, and comment section can or could possibly become or be, you know, likewise of whatsoever or whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences, as well as of whatsoever, whatever races, compared to how can I hang with anybody. Yeah, yeah, anybody, everybody. If my social media family could possibly parlay the thought of being a some such a vice versa. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again. Like that. Yeah. Then this is supposed to be on a light note of interest or comedic or comical reasons and or purposes. So therefore, if anybody take offense, then please think of it with a mind's intentions or a mindset otherwise to pay a visit to somebody else's social media channel, chat room, and a comment section. Then because this is not to be taken seriously, what I'm about to say in due regard or in reference to some such matter. Or it's better hand partner partner number considered, or hopefully not, or subject matter as it is or be, however said. You know, and the views and opinions are not necessarily that of the speaker or author. And with that having been said, as I'm about to, you know, get to mouthing off all goofy like, regardless of whether or not I have had an intake of any what you call all intoxicating alcoholic beverages, or worse yet, that being my drug of choice, being that of the wacko weed, reefer, peyote, or as the medical community would call it, marijuana. I'm just saying as a matter of figure speech, for the sake of argument. But I do have that little notion to go back to either or both. You So after the narrative, for this one particular social media broadcast, if you don't know, it's not about this. I just thought I'd share this. It's about cats. No, not cats of the feline of the animal species, or species of the animal kingdom. That's what I meant to say. The five feline otherwise, then female, as in woman. With that having been said, let me begin. I got the dookie-stick. I got the dookie-stick, ladies. The dookie-stick. Want me to give it to you? Let me know. Mm, 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 mm. Especially after I put that meatloaf in your ovens. Or as I mentioned, some such in the footnotes for this particular social media broadcast or video. Be the likes of y'all, you're married or not. You know, and especially doggy-style and spread eagle style. And with the saran wrap in face. As in RUBBERS. Okay? Yeah. Go. I got the dookie-stick. I got the dookie-stick. Whoa, whoa. Dookie-stick. Whoa, whoa, for you ladies. But then nevertheless, only a born and raised female person representing the opposite sex of many different races, whatsoever, whatever walks of life, practices, society, lifestyle preferences. But then nevertheless, a beautiful and cute grown adult woman. Seeing how that of my person, I'm not some kind, sort of type of a non-gay closet pedophile. I'm not even a non-gay closet rapist. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, Pedophiles are worse than rapists. And because pedophiles, they scope, stalk, and prey upon children, being girls and boys alike, compared to how rapists, they are, that rapists otherwise are into women. And I'm neither. I'm not a pedophile, nor am I a rapist. Then getting back to some sexual lighting, ladies, I just want y'all to know I'm a double. Ass. I got the dookie stick. I got the dookie stick. Especially the meatloaf for your ovens. For your puddy-pies. A.k.a. puddy-pies, in other words, puddy-pies. Which y'all can try to help me wake up something from the dead. After a faggotty, a closet faggot, neighbor from damn hell, being of the likes one of the dime a dozen public nuisances problem neighbors, and as he's one willy-lynch-letter-fulfilling nigger, s.o.b bastard of a psychopath, sociopath, sadomasochist, sadist, cowardly bully, and a terrorist-wannabe, poop, butt, piss, and stupid, dumb cough, moron, idiot, and on sickle who had killed my mojo. And as a result of developments of how he himself would make different sorts or types of extreme and excessive noises whenever that being of my person as a male were to possibly watch porn, as in pornography, being of which exploits the intimacy, sensuality, or sexuality of born and raised female persons representing the opposite sex of the many different races of woman, being among whosoever could be possibly considered or relaxed, being whom are also of whatsoever, whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences. And likewise, he would do that whenever I were to choke my chicken, thinking of a fantasizing about woman until I were to possibly get another girlfriend, if not a fiance, better yet, because he's a real nutcase otherwise. Okay. Whereas I like to tell him if I could meet him face to face and say, do you think you could chill out? I'm not your father, your stepdad, then of whom could have possibly sexually assaulted, sodomized, raped, or molested you for a number of calendar years as not only as an adolescent or teenage, underage male minor, or possibly worse yet, as a preteen boy. You know, so put confuse me with your father, or your stepdad, whichever may or could possibly have become or be the case or situation. Yeah, that's how this neighbor, you know, yes, real class act of capital. Yeah, real class act. Uh, someone or such a one as that being, as I was saying, in one way, that's, and as he himself would remind me of some kind of a, prosperity creature or the warfare. Uh, the increase of prosperity creatures, you know, uh, those to be possibly considered uh, the worst or worstest uh, charlatans or con artists, being as they are of a religious nature, you know. Shysters, scammers, schemers. The wolves in sheep's clothing, I say. You know, who he attempted to make many more gullible cattle drink their own different versions of the Jonestown Kool-Aid mix punch, and to compliment how the majority of most churchgoers, you know, are nothing but, the majority of most churchgoers or whatever religious denominations are not just of the worst, but of the worstest, the closet devil worshippers. That's why I haven't found a church home as yet in all this time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There we go. Hold it up, though. Okay. Hold it up. It is what it is, you know? You gotta recognize and realize these are the times that we live in. Yeah. Other lives to be possibly considered, to fulfill biblical prophecies. So therefore, it's no wonder, that Damien Thorne didn't like church. So he's not really a good example to use, because he's a beast, false prophet, and antichrist in his own right. I think that's the message what I'm trying to say you are. Yeah. It's getting me thinking about my own rather unfavorable incidents with churches of different sorts of types of different religious denominations. Like say, for example, whereas I had gotten cussed out in a church atmosphere for its premises and properties, you know, of a supposed so-called sanctuary of an edifice at a given address location or vicinity area, as it was of some such gone about as it happened, come from a willy-lynch-letter-fulfilling nigger s.o.b bastard preacher man cussing me out in his nigger church that he presides over in a nigger vicinity area neighborhood community. Talking about what he'd do to me and all. Cause my phone, was active. I was trying to close out. He assumed that I had placed a call to disrupt his religious service in our sabbatical Sunday school class when it was some such other brother, black brother, that called me, and I was merely telling this other male person that I'm in a church and that I have to call him back later. I have to return his call later. Before you know it, this cocksucker, or regardless of whether or not he is some kind of closet faggot or other likes of some sort of such a type, or he's faggot enough to have come off like so in ways. I'm like saying, well, look at here, man. You're supposed to be a preacher. A preacher, man, you're supposed to be leading people into the light, not further into the darkness. He didn't have anything to say for me. I wish he had put his hands on me, though. You know, because from there he would have seen something like from 666 to 777 demons come out of me and be all over him. You know, you hear what I'm saying? That's why I say it's a lesser two evils than a prodigal-son. But getting back to some of such others, so I just want you all to know, ladies, that I'm available. You know, I want to wake up something from the dead. You know, regardless of how the neighbor from hell, faggot, closet-faggot, willy-lynch-letter-fulfilling nigger, s.o.b bastard, killed my mojo. You know, at one time or another, I wanted to make love, as in school, or become the bedside-companion or bed-bunk-buddy or lover or sexual partner of, like, say, for so many women, like, say, from 1 million to 1.5 million women are born and raised female person representing the opposite sex, being of whatsoever races and whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences, be they married or not, you know, over time frame period of either 6 years, 6 months, and 6 weeks, or 7 years, 7 months, and 7 weeks. You know, but I never got the chance to have that opportunity. You know. Now I'm about to close out, and I will have to force myself to say this here if it don't come naturally for me, and that is by saying, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now, as the blood runs warm in your veins while the evil days come not. Because if you make that transition for the great beyond without his blood sacrificed as an insurance policy for your immortal human soul, then your final destination will be the lake of fire, damn hell, to be lost for all eternity with the rest of the unsaved, lost, damn human souls of unbelievers and unbelievers, to be tortured and terrorized by the devil and demons forever, compared to how we, being believers in God, will be across that great divide that separates heaven from hell, among other like-minded believers, and in the presence of God and his angels, otherwise as citizens of the kingdom of heaven. You know. Anyway, though, you all take care and be safe and become or be blessed, not stressed if and when you can or could possibly become or be of that status. First, you have to become a believer for that were to happen. You know, believe in God. As in Protestant, not Catholic, not supposed to so-called Jehovah's Witness or any other religious cult. Peace.